It's recording. Right here.
Okay, say something productive.
Okay, Two-Pack Taper podcast. The first of its kind, really. Do you want to talk about how we came up with the name?
I honestly don't really remember all of it. I just remember you making me write down a bunch of random words. And then you vetoed everything because that's who you are.
I mean, really what it comes down to is it's tough to find a name that's available on all platforms and unique.
And Paul's just picky.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought there were some good ones on there that you didn't pick.
What was one?
I can't remember.
I can't either.
I used Tumblr names for a while because I'm still on that site, and you vetoed all of those.
Yeah, what do you do on Tumblr? Is it like Twitter?
Kind of.
For pictures?
Yeah, basically. It's like, no, because there's words on there too. It's just like a little bit more deep. I would say more emotional.
No.
Yeah, how would you know you're not even on there? You can't say no, you're not on there. You don't know.
Yeah.
It's like a diary.
So I think the name originally was Six-Pack Taper.
Yeah, but you didn't want it to be associated with alcohol because you're sober.
That's true. And also associated with six packs.
Abs?
The body part.
Why not?
The part of the body.
I don't understand why that's an issue.
I feel like it gives off the vibe like
that we're really athletic.
That we're like bodybuilders. And I am, but
when's the last time you went to the gym? Please tell me that. It was definitely months ago.
Yeah, it was like March. So we came up with 2-pack because 3-pack sounded weird.
Also, like no one buys a 3-pack of something.
That's true. Or 2-pack of anything.
Yeah, you can buy a 2-pack of a lot of things.
Oh.
Like, I'm just going to quick grab like a 2-pack of pop.
No.
Like Diet Pepsi.
No.
Yeah.
I think some of our friends that we've told it about are confused just because they think of the rapper.
Yeah, I don't think it's confusion.
Tupac.
I think they just want to...
Hate.
No, I think they're guiding us. But everything kind of starts out as that.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I just don't really care. I just want to get it going, and if the name changes, that could happen. I guess.
No.
You
can't once you like have a name. That's the name.
I feel like I've seen podcasts change names and still be successful, but I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Maybe.
We don't really have a good logo.
Excuse me.
As you can see, this setup is trash.
Sorry.
But we're making do.
I live in a house.
Beautiful background.
Very. It's actually my kitchen.
Kitchen. What is this table
My
called?
dad built this bar.
Yeah. Okay, it's a bar.
Yeah, my dad built it.
It is nice.
It's very secure.
It's nice. You're supposed to put things under this, no?
Well, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it, and I was gonna make it artsy, but I didn't want it to get ruined.
Put coasters under it.
I did for a while, but it didn't match the feng shui of what I'm going for in this apartment. You know.
We could get it going if we keep this going.
Get what going?
For more than one episode, we could
do something.
Put stuff under it.
Like what?
I don't know. Stickers.
No.
Coins.
That's gonna look terrible.
Coins.
Look at this kitchen. What screams
pennies.
Stickers? No, that doesn't match my vibe. You don't even live here. You're just squatting.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. First, let's talk about what we're gonna discuss on the regular every week, apparently, when we post on here and sit down and talk. Running.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a running-based podcast or just life?
No, just life. I'm not talking. I talk about running enough. I don't need to sit on a...
Yeah, same.
I don't need to talk to you about running either.
It's true. I'm sick of it.
Honestly. Honestly, I'd rather talk more about sex than running. I'm just saying. What? Why are you telling me to That's the stuff that gets the people going.
Running, life, our relationship, family, travel, past, present, future.
Wow, intriguing.
Yeah, that's deep.
You made that sound really good. I think it was way better when I said sex.
that can be on there. And then a cat is meowing in the background. I think you won't be able to hear that.
You won't be able to hear the cats?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, but they want to make an appearance. That's my cat.
I think these mics will block out the cat meows. Their litter boxes are literally under my feet almost. So
they're not.
You might see or hear that.
Like digging.
Yeah.
Where else am I supposed to put them in here? Tell me where.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Nowhere.
But we had been talking about recording since probably, I think we had really discussed it on the drive to Asheville, right?
I do want to make a call out that this was going to be, I said I was starting a podcast. So I was like, I really want to do a podcast. I want to talk about a bunch of random things and just like have some...
Boring.
No. It wasn't going to be boring. It was just going to be whatever, like taboo stuff. Just wanted to talk about everything. And Paul was like, yeah, I'm going to do a podcast with you.
Yeah.
And then now suddenly...
Already had the mics. Already had, I think, a cord. Some kind of cord.
Wow, a cord.
Headphones.
You had a pair of crappy headphones.
Yeah, and the fact that our headphones don't match is so unprofessional.
Mine are Beats, I think.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, mine are nice. I even have covers for them.
But yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to let you do it on your own and then...
Yeah, because he doesn't want me to get famous and then he's left in the dust.
Exactly.
That's how our everyday life is that I am on the up and up and he's...
on the straight downward spiral.
He's just there.
But we had talked about... Well, we had talked about it then, and then we had kind of solidified the name and that we were actually going to do it on the drive down or maybe the drive back from North Carolina, where Mac ran her first ultra marathon.
Yeah.
How do you... what are we, 2 months removed from that? How do you feel about it still? Or now?
I don't even think about it. I kind of I'm glad that I did it, but I kind of wish I didn't.
55K, 34 miles.
Yeah.
And I don't know, what was the elevation? 7?
7,500.
7,500.
300, something like that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a long day.
I cried during it. I also had a lot of really mean thoughts about Paul.
You regret doing it?
Kind of in a way.
No. There's no way.
No, it was fun, but I just feel like it didn't feel like success to me. Like if I run a marathon and I beat Q, like I qualify for Boston, or I run a really fast 5K, or I place at a race or something like that, it feels way more of an accomplishment than just I ran this long race just to run it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Some people feel like the opposite almost.
Yeah.
Where they want to go far.
That's you. Kind of.
I'm kind of shifting. Are
you? Because... Well, I can't bring it up what your next endeavor is, but...
Well, I mean, my next thing is next weekend.
Okay, well, other than that thing.
Yeah, running. I'm going to be doing my first Boston qualifying attempt marathon in Charlevoix. But I don't know. I feel like you won't regret doing that ultra in the long run.
No, I mean, it seems like something I did it.
Yeah. You don't think you'll do another one?
No, I think I will do another one. I want to do another one. I want to be better at my next one.
Yeah. Longer, you think?
Yeah, I'd like to do a 100-miler at some point. I mean, that's obviously not next, but I would do that eventually. I'm kind of getting not burnt out from marathons, but
from road running.
Yeah. And also it's I qualified for Boston. Hopefully I get to run Boston, but it's Chicago Marathon, then Boston Marathon, and it's, I don't know.
Big gaps too.
Yeah, but it's basically you get 1 month off and then you go back to a training cycle versus having something a little bit newer, a new experience. I don't know.
Yeah, you'll need a trail running year, but it won't be next year.
It won't be next year.
That's unfortunate.
Can't be. Don't have it.
Yeah, after Boston, you could decide in the summer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm running my first, not my first marathon, but first real marathon I trained for. Fully, intentionally.
First fast one.
Gonna go for sub 3. I don't know. I don't feel
people
confident.
probably don't know what pace that is.
Sub 3 hour marathon, and it's 6:52 to really hit 2:59 in 59 seconds. I think is the right, and some change, but yeah, we'll see. There's been rough workouts, long workouts that have been pretty rough, but.
And obviously, you started the training when you were half alive still after running across Michigan.
Yeah.
So that.
Don't even feel like talking about that.
Yeah, I didn't think you would, but I wanted to bring it up. People need to know.
It'll come up eventually. But yeah, ran across Michigan to start the year in January and started the training cycle in February. Well, yeah, late February. Maybe March. No.
Well, you
February.
started it early. It just
Who
was
cares?
like super slow because
cares,
couldn't breathe.
It was like late February, so it's
you know.
been 17 weeks, and ready to put it down. We'll see. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Never been to Charlevoix.
It's fun. I was there.
What'd you do?
Had my bachelorette party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't for our wedding.
I don't even think they know that.
That's another thing we'll talk about. Not right now. Whenever.
No.
Organically, it'll come up.
Very organic, I'm sure.
So yeah, we've already talked a lot about running. You said it wouldn't be a running podcast.
I know. Why'd you make it?
You might
about
as
that?
well, honestly.
I don't want
It's
it
the
to.
easiest thing.
No, I don't want it to do that because I had a really cute graphic that I made for this, and it had like running. It looked good.
Yeah.
It looked good.
But if you want it to be not running based.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I don't want it to be running based, and you said that. Otherwise, we'd be using the graphic I made.
It was cute.
It was cute.
Don't remember it.
I think you're being sarcastic.
We do need to make another one. And maybe if one of the 4 people that listen to this episode, if you know how to do graphic design.
Help.
And you could
help us.
Make us something for free. We'll tag you. But we really would like some help because all we use
Great advertising.
All we know how to use is Canva.
Which is still
in
fun.
like a very elementary way.
Oh,
we have a cat meowing at us again.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Sorry.
It's because she wants attention.
We're eventually going to need to move to a studio for sure.
Okay.
Right?
Paul hates cats. Can we talk about that? Is that like, how did I love cats. I love cats so much. End up with a guy who hates cats.
They're
them.
just up and doing things at times I'm not used to.
Okay.
They just
I
are.
can say the same thing about you as a person.
Yeah. What, like getting up early and
Like, yeah.
getting at it?
You don't really get at it. You're just like, I don't even know what you're doing at all hours.
But cats, like right now there's a dog in this house you would never know
because it's old as
yeah, but
shit.
it's not. It's just going to be chilling. The cats.
Yeah, okay.
A cat at any point might jump on this table without us being ready for it.
That is true.
100%.
But realistically, your dog, if it was your dog's little brother who exists, Canyon. If it was Canyon, he would be barking, running around. So it's just because your dog is old.
Yeah.
So
I have a miniature dachshund who's 14 and a half, and he's slow.
I tried to buy him for $40 from Paul. When I first met Paul, he was going around telling everyone that they could buy Dodger for $40. And I tried so many times. So, you're kind of a liar.
Well,
I had the cash. I have the cash right now.
You're in his life.
I know, but I want to be more than that.
No.
Because I want to be able to ditch you and keep him.
It could happen. I could see that happening.
I don't think you'd let me keep him though.
I'm over him.
You're not. You love him.
I do.
You call him your son, which is kind of like, that's something else that I think that we need to talk about. Is like, you call your dog your son, but
I say it as a
technically,
joke.
no.
I mean, I know. You know what I mean.
Okay, yeah, but think about it. He was actually your parents' dog, your family dog, and now you're calling him your son.
He's adopted by me.
You can't adopt your brother.
They weren't taking good care of him.
You cannot adopt your brother.
They weren't taking good care of him.
They were.
He was just a fat fatty. And
he was not a fat
he was
fatty.
out of shape. And
that's because Paul starves this poor dog. Gives him only vegan food.
He does.
I have to feed him all the other stuff.
He's a vegetarian dog. Which
he's a vegetarian dog?
Yeah. Well,
I gave him a hot dog last weekend.
Well, for the in my care, in my supervision, he is.
You were there. You were just, I don't know what you were doing. Probably getting
You gave him a hot dog where?
At the pool party.
Oh.
Not a whole hot dog, just like half one.
I did not see this.
He loved it. It was okay. Was it all natural hot dog?
Yeah.
100% beef, I think.
Oh, I remember. Okay. One of those Costco ones? Or
no,
no,
not Costco ones.
Okay.
It was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They were
the
organic.
Not the Trader Joe's.
Not Trader Joe's.
Either way.
They were just
He doesn't need to be eating hot dogs.
He loved it.
I'm sure he puked. Or
he didn't puke.
No?
No, he was fine. Honestly, he was thriving that day.
I'm sure he'll make an appearance on this eventually.
Oh yeah, because there's video. I
Yeah.
forget. With
Yeah.
video, you can have things make an appearance. Oh, I'm not looking at that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's awkward
creepy.
I don't think we should look at it.
I've been kind of.
Don't look at it.
I'm not. I've been looking kind of at you, but you're just playing with things.
Yeah.
It's also like I am curious to see how this is gonna go because you have a very short attention span.
It's true.
Like we tried to
ADHD.
record this record an episode without camera, and he got bored. Which I don't know how the camera makes it better
Keeps me honest.
because you're being recorded.
Yeah, and it makes me feel like I'm almost doing a school project. So
You're 34.
yeah, but I have to finish this episode.
Now that it started,
Yeah.
you can't be like, yeah, we'll do it later.
Yeah, I know. If we were on just audio, we could stop it, cut it. I mean, I'm sure we could do that with video as well. I don't know anything, but
You definitely can.
it makes it keeps me more honest.
Okay.
We saw a friend do a triathlon today.
We did. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun watching her. She did an Olympic.
Are you
Which-
gonna do?
Am I gonna do what?
Are you gonna do the triathlon this year?
I don't know.
Could you see yourself practicing swimming in this summer?
Honestly, I feel like I've been really busy. I don't know
Mm.
why, but it seems like I don't have any time as much time as I used to have. Even though I was farther away from things back when I lived in like Caledonia, I feel like
like 20 minutes away from the city.
I wasn't. But I did I got up earlier too. I guess I was getting up earlier, but I am also like a little bit fearful of like if I start swimming, I might end up in the pool with my ex-husband, and that's just not a place I want to be.
Okay.
It's true.
They need more context than that, other than you're gonna end up in the pool with your ex-husband.
There's a
It feels like you're gonna end up in the pool with your ex-husband doing what? Swimming?
like swimming, not doing anything with him in that way. But
It
there's
sounds like a lot of shadow play.
okay.
And
Well, obviously, I don't have a pool at this apartment. And my apartment is the upstairs of a house, as you can see from the camera. It's not unfortunate, but I don't have a pool.
yeah, no.
So I'd have to pay $3 to go to the community college pool. But I know that's also where he goes and swims. We have a mutual friend that goes too.
Yeah, but there's a
You-
lot of people that go.
Oh, so yeah, a lot of people.
Can't you be going a different lane?
There's like 8 lanes. So there can only really
Just
be
go.
like 8 people. And if it's really busy in the morning, you're stuck in the lane you're stuck in.
You already see him at the gym.
Oh, you
once a month at least.
Are you going to be coming with me at the pool then?
No, but
Why not? You don't want to see him?
I don't want to swim. But would it be?
You can't
Wouldn't
swim.
would it be worse than seeing him at the gym?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because at the gym, like we're doing, I don't know. I just feel like at the gym, like I can avoid him a lot easier. And usually, at the gym too, like in the past, we've been like, hey, like friendly, like what's up?
in the
I've been able to
pool.
talk. I'm not gonna be like chit chatting with someone in a swimsuit in the pool.
Wearing a
with some
onesie, wearing a swim
goggles,
cap. He
like-
won't even be able to tell it's you. Because when you wear a swim cap, it's kind of insane.
You've seen me how many times wear a swim cap?
Once or twice.
Once.
I can barely recognize you.
That's
But-
mean.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I get why you wouldn't want to go.
But I also am just like, where am I going to take like triathlons? Like, am I going to continue doing them? I don't love biking. I just don't.
That's true.
You always make me bike. But maybe it's because I don't know how to work the gears on my bike.
You need to figure that out. We were supposed to figure that out this week.
And you didn't
this
do
weekend.
anything, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, Mac does have an ex-husband. She's 27 years old.
I am 27. What?
So it's disrespectful to be on your phone
Sorry.
in the middle of my school project.
This is not your school project. The reason I got on it is because that girl who did the triathlon sent me a picture of her running form, and she was like, I sincerely hope I don't do this all the time, and it looked like she broke her ankle.
We all have problems with our running forms. But yeah, Mac is
I'm a divorcee.
divorcee.
I should just start telling people I'm widowed.
It'd be
No,
easier.
that's mean.
It'd be
Yep.
easier, and they would feel bad for you
I know. Instead,
and treat you better than
Yeah,
you've been treated
that'd be great.
as
honestly.
a divorcee.
For all you people out there thinking about getting married,
Is a divorcee? Is that like a thing? Like if you're
divorcee,
putting
yeah.
on an application for a car or a house or on Facebook. Is there?
well,
is
Facebook there is actually a setting for
that's
divorce.
So savage.
I know. It's like, why wouldn't you just put single? But I think, like, I don't know. Yeah. It's like, why would someone want to like throw that out there? Like, oh, maybe if someone has like a fetish for divorced women or divorced men, I don't know.
I mean, old people on Facebook would put
But I do think it does kind of matter though, I think. Like if I mean, obviously like I am divorced in this scenario, but like if I started dating someone and they didn't tell me they were divorced, I think it would make a difference to me. I think I would care about dating someone who is divorced. And that's coming from someone who is divorced.
Last 2 summers ago, I went on dates when I first moved here with 2 women who were divorced. One was maybe 30. I mean, I didn't care.
Yeah, but it's different for guys.
Oh.
Like, I would say it's different, right? Like,
why?
Because just men inherently don't care about a woman's past as much, right? Like,
yeah.
As women, we kind of are like, it's less special then. Oh. Like, for me, I'd be thinking, oh, this guy's already proposed before. Like, he's like, you have to top that kind of thing. Like, I have to get to that, like, almost like a leveling up, like you're playing a video game.
I see.
You know? Like, he proposed already. She said yes already. They had the dream wedding already. Like,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I guess I just look at it as a clean slate. Like,
yeah, but you always do that. I don't.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't even think twice about it when they told me.
But you also aren't like a jealous person in any way, shape, or form.
I think everybody is, but there's levels.
True.
There's healthy levels.
I don't know. Like, I don't really see you as being jealous in any way, shape, or form. Despite you saying that.
What makes you jealous?
As a person? Like, what do you mean?
No, I'm not saying like you're scrolling on Instagram and you see, somebody who is beautiful and, good at multiple things, making millions of dollars. Not that. That's like envy, right?
Yeah, and I wouldn't even be necessarily jealous of that.
No. But
I think there's like a different emotion that goes along with like being someone else's partner. I don't even know, like, because there's like, yeah, you have a point. Like, there's a jealousy of being like, oh, I'm jealous that person can run fast. I'm jealous that person has a lot of money. I'm jealous that person won X, Y, and Z. But then there's a different energy or a different emotion that goes with like, obviously, at least I think that every woman would think this is like, if you could unwrap your partner and they were entirely blank, never had been with anyone else, never like had loved anyone, never like, it obviously would be ideal. It would be ideal to like start with someone who's never been like with someone else.
That's hard to find.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying it would be ideal. Like, there's a different emotion that comes with that. It's not necessarily jealousy even.
You would want someone who's never been in a relationship?
Not exactly. Like, I would want them to have the knowledge and like that comes with that experience, but the feelings are different. Because I'm a firm believer that once you've been with someone, like, you love them forever. If you have actually been in love with someone, you love them forever. Like, you'll never not love that person.
Not like be in love.
Yeah.
Like you care for them.
Like, yeah, you
about
carry
how they do.
Yeah. You carry some part of that person with you.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the experience, I think that is valuable. You wouldn't want to be with someone fresh out of like never dating someone. I mean, okay, that's not always the case, right? Like, people.
Would you date someone who was like 28 and a virgin?
Have they dated before? Or they're just not having sex right now?
Yeah, maybe they're religious and they're just getting out of religion. What kind of religion can you not have sex till you're married? All of them?
Well, at least not Christianity.
Which ones do you go to hell?
Catholicism.
I think all
for
of them.
Sure. All of them.
Mormons.
Which is kind of funny because then if you think about it, like, am I, obviously not, but like, am I a born again virgin after I got divorced?
No.
Because it would be a clean slate, right? Like, I got married, I had sex, then I stopped being married, so now it would be clean slate until I got married again. So
No.
Oh, okay.
I think born again virgin, I could be wrong, but I think you have to abstain from sex for like 7 or 8 years. I could be wrong. Look it up.
I'm not looking that up. I don't need that on my phone.
But you would date, what if they had been in relationships, but they had not had sex?
I've dated someone like that.
At what age?
I mean, I was young, but they were like 27, 28. I mean, I wasn't young, right? Like, let's clear that up. I was like 20, 19, and they were like 27, 28.
Jeez. It's a bit of a gap, though.
I like older men. Question. Judge me a little bit.
They were 27, 28, and were virgins?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What did they look like? All right, I'm not judging.
I also don't want to say because it would just like people would know. I mean,
was it that bald guy you shot?
Yeah, it was that bald guy.
I remember that guy.
He was so sweet though. He was and the thing was that he had dated before, and he was a really nice guy and a really good boyfriend.
You took his virginity?
I did.
He's never forgotten you.
I wonder that. Like, do guys hold that to like the same standard that women do?
Not necessarily the person who takes your virginity.
No.
No, unless he was like madly in love with you.
Oh, I don't think he was.
No.
I mean, I think he definitely liked me a lot, and I caught him off guard when I broke up with him. But I don't even think we said I love you. I don't remember.
Yeah, I doubt. Maybe he remembers the first time.
Oh, I would. It was not good.
Oh.
It was. I kind of ruined it for him, and I feel so bad.
What happened?
I ruined it. I honestly did.
You ruined it for him?
I think I did. It's such an embarrassing story for him, honestly, but he weren't using protection.
Good. That's a good start.
Yeah, great start. Well, good for him, honestly, at that point. I was in college. My roommate.
Were you on birth control?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
obviously.
Praise
I
the
didn't
Lord.
start getting stupid until 2023 with that. But
that's good. It's 2023.
I know it is.
Okay, go.
So anyway, so I wasn't using protection, and like I always preface this, and it makes me sound so bad, but like sometimes when you're like fooling around with a guy, you don't necessarily make him use protection right away. You like let him have a little taste, and then you put protection on. No, Paul has
Never
a
been
face.
in that situation.
Okay,
It's either been all in or all out.
Okay, well, back then I dabbled.
Okay, go ahead.
And during this dabbling, I mean, I should have known because obviously he hadn't had sex at that point. But like,
did you know?
I think I knew.
He was a
I think I
virgin?
knew. Yeah.
Oh.
I think I knew. Yeah, I think I knew. But I think in my head I didn't hold it to like a high standard because I was like, this guy's older. Like, he can't be emotional about this, which is wrong of me. But
Oh, he cried.
he didn't. No,
okay.
he didn't cry. But so I was like, all right, like you should go put on protection. And he was like, for what? And I was like, so we can continue. And he was like, it already happened.
Oh.
And I was like, I panicked, one, because that had never happened to me before. I'd never had that experience with a guy. And so that was something I was like, oh, I'm going to save this for my husband.
Did it? You couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell.
He made no noise.
No. And looking back at it, no. So I told him to go get protection. And he was like, for what? Like it already
Right.
happened. And you were like, oh, he didn't make a face. And I genuinely don't remember like that aspect of it, because I know it definitely caught me off guard because I was instantly like panic because I have always like, well, back then I'm like a little bit more lenient now, a little bit, but I always like sex was bad. Like I got in a lot of trouble when I was in high school for a sexual encounter, and so like sex equals pregnancy equals terribleness, right? So as soon as that happened, I instantly, my best friend at the time and roommate was in her room with a guy who happened to be my guy's friend, because we always dated friends. It was like what we did. It was like, let's date friends.
Such a good idea.
So fun. Ran into her room, didn't knock or anything, butt naked, ran into her room.
Oh, Jesus.
And I hid in her closet.
With the guy in there?
The guy was in there. And she came butt naked into the closet and met me, obviously, because she was, doing whatever she was doing. And I was like, okay, like, how are we going to handle this situation? And I sent my boyfriend at the time home.
Nobody went and talked to him?
Nobody went and talked to him. I kind of just like, oh, let's go, like, go home. And then I remember him being like, oh, I can Venmo you for half of the plan B. And I was basically like, no. Like, I'm just going to take care of this myself. And my friend at the time, she took me to Walgreens, and it was, time.
Did you see him again? You kept seeing him?
I did. But I kept seeing him, and I even like slept with him more after that.
Ouch.
I know. But that never happened again, never. But it was kind of just like
thrusts.
3 thrusts.
It doesn't happen for me like that. Well, usually on the first time it's I don't.
You told me that.
Because it's like there's nerves. So I just
Why
block
do you get
it
so
out.
nervous?
I don't know.
Like, what
It's
makes
first
you
time with a
nervous?
person.
So?
I don't know. And then I just block it out. So it doesn't happen. It didn't happen my first time.
Wait. You
Like first time having sex.
didn't come?
No.
What?
Not even close.
Not even close?
Not even close.
What? I'm sorry. Like,
Because I was nervous. I couldn't like.
I want to know why you were like. Are you nervous? You're nervous every time you are having sex with someone for the first time.
Depends.
Why?
Just like I don't necessarily know this person that well, and I mean to an extent in that way.
Really?
Well, in that way, I haven't been in them yet.
Okay. Well, that's really vulgar. Yeah, but like, you're obviously like that's the point of having sex for you is to finish.
Yeah.
So like you just are like meh. If a guy did that to me the first time we had sex, I don't know if I'd want to have sex with him again. If he was just like didn't come, like what do you say to them? Are you just like, sorry?
Well, what if you didn't? Then I.
Yeah, but that's
How's that
different for
different?
women.
Oh, okay.
Like men, maybe this is a bad thing to think, but like they should come every time. It's easy for them. Like women, most women, there's only like a 10% or 10 or 20% of women come from penetration. 2, it's true. 2, it takes a lot more, like you have to make sure you're doing everything right to an extent with a lot of women. There's a lot more that goes into a woman's orgasm than like a man's, I feel like.
It just depends. No, I get that. I don't think a guy needs to come every single time. It's not necessarily the goal, while it, I mean, is ideal. It's not necessarily the goal in terms of like.
But what do you say? You're like, all right, I'm done.
You can't act like, oh, this is going to be the last time, so make sure I come.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't need to act like this is the last time you're ever going to get laid. But
no, I mean, for first times for me, we're always kind of weird.
what do you I want to know what you say to people in that situation. Like,
I think I'm usually upfront. Like,
do you say something before so they know? Because honestly,
possibly.
I really think that like women, one, could be turned off by that, but only Kat agrees, but only because like I think it's really easy for women to take that personally because honestly, she's annoying.
Frodo.
Well, I'm changing her name, but because women are under the assumption that men can every single time.
You shouldn't be under that
So
assumption.
when something happens during sex with a man, it's like I feel like the woman thinks it's their fault or like they can take it personally. And that would call, like, at least for me, I would be like, I don't really think I want to have sex with them again. Frodo also agrees.
She's disagreeing
Right, Frodo.
because what if a guy had masturbated that day and you didn't know? It's going to be a lot harder for him to come during sex.
Yeah, but would it be impossible though? No, one.
No.
And
More work.
And 2, like.
If he's lost some sensation,
And
could be more difficult.
And also, too, like, I'm not saying a guy should bank on having sex, but, like, you know when a moment's going to be available to you. Like, you may or may not have sex. Mm-hmm. So, like, why would you masturbate in the morning? No, but it's true. Like, and I don't want to say guys should go into a date. Like, honestly, no, they shouldn't. They should not ever assume they're getting laid. But, like, if you know there's a chance, like, women, we have a whole prep system. We're shaving, we're exfoliating, we're lotioning. Like, there's all this stuff that goes into it if we think there's a chance we're going to get laid.
You don't just not do those things some days when.
No. I mean, in a relationship at times, yeah, obviously,
Yeah.
because, like, you're with them every day and it's not, like, as much.
If you were going out on a first date,
I would do all of those things.
really, you're gonna assume you're gonna get laid?
I'm not assuming I'm getting laid, but I also don't want to be stuck in a situation. I don't think I would have sex with someone on the first date. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just don't think I would. But
Yeah.
I would still be prepared at all times.
Yeah.
Like,
I get it.
but women are almost always prepared for things. Men, not so much.
It's not that we're not prepared, like physically down there in terms of our pubic hair or skin
Yeah,
care.
but that's a form of preparation of like, hey, let's not do that in the morning.
Let's say, I'm not saying you do it in the morning, but if a guy jacks off in the morning and then
Okay.
some girl texts him later at night, hey, what are you doing? I want to go to the bar.
Okay, that's a booty call though. That's different.
Yeah.
But that'd be a different circumstance, right? If I booty call someone and maybe they can't come, I'm like, okay.
Oh, Interesting.
I don't know, but it's also
Different
I've also
take.
never booty called anyone.
Never.
No, I mean I had one guy that was like a friends with benefits situation, but that's it.
You never texted like, "Hey, you up?"
No,
Oh.
never. I'm a relationship girly through and through. I don't do the
I
whole.
know.
I know.
Married for? Oh no, you're only married for a year.
I was married for 1
but
year.
together with for like 5.
5 years, yeah. Before that, I had 1 month of being single, and I was in a relationship for a year.
Jeez.
And before that,
How long were you single?
I don't know, a couple months maybe.
Yeah.
My longest period of time being single was between like my first love and the second guy I dated. And that was like almost a year.
Yeah,
Oh, that was a year. That was a year.
I was long term type too until like 28
Then you 28 years old.
ish.
That's 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Man, maybe I need a 6-year hiatus.
27. I don't know. 28, 29.
Well-
6-year hiatus?
Yeah. Wait, I want to know why though.
What?
Like,
I don't know. I just got into relationships. From high
so
school.
you didn't purposely, you were like, I don't want to be in a relationship anymore.
No.
It's just like you couldn't really get a girl.
I think
or
everybody.
what?
No, I think it's. Yeah. No, it wasn't that. It was.
Couldn't get a girl to commit to you.
Yeah, maybe that.
They just
I
wanted
think
to
I
use
had,
you.
I had my own work to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to not be in a relationship if you, I don't know, if you're a toxic person, if you're unhappy. Getting into a new relationship you can hurt the other person, I feel like.
Yeah, I think that. But on the other hand, too, I don't like when people are like, you shouldn't date people. You should not date. You should be single. Like, I hate that
Yeah.
narrative because not everyone needs that. And I don't think you should avoid being with someone if you are in a good place and you are
Yeah.
happy with yourself and you do want to explore a relationship, just to be single because people think you should.
Were people telling you after your divorce you should have a hoe phase and you should not be dating? Or you should not be in a relationship?
Not necessarily like a hoe phase. I think that would be out of character and they just wouldn't think that. No. But I mean, I feel like I still we've been together for a decent amount of time now and I still kind of get that sometimes of like, oh, you sure? Like, you don't need to be single. Or I've had like negative comments about like you being like, oh, this is not going to last. It's just a rebound. Like you need to be single for a while.
It's probably common for the first relationship you get in after a previous one. People think it's going to be a rebound.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And also I think that like, I don't know, people don't know. They don't have any idea of what's going on. They don't know like the ins and outs of like, I don't think no one can know when you officially left the last relationship you were in, right? Especially with women, they leave the relationship mentally and like they get everything ready to leave before they actually physically walk away. I did talk to my therapist about that once because I was concerned that I was getting a lot of mixed opinions and comments about me being with you. And I was like, do I need to be alone? Like that's always everyone's fear. And she said to me, coming from what I've heard about where you were at in your past relationship, you spent months alone. And I think that's what people don't see. They don't know like how that relationship was. They don't know like the ins and outs. I don't know.
Yeah. From what it sounded like when I knew you, when you were in that relationship and I knew you, it sounded like you had lived in a house that you guys mostly spent time apart, sun up to sundown.
Yeah.
So I get that. So clearly this podcast has now become strictly about sex and relationships.
Strictly. No running at all. Well, I mean,
that was good.
You talk a lot about running.
If this doesn't work out and we break up, do we keep this going?
Like the podcast together?
Will it survive?
Or
do we start our own?
Do you think you'd want to see me if I dumped you? Because I'd be the one dumping you.
Okay. Why? Oh, I don't know. I don't know of any couples that have done it before, but
there's no way.
You don't think so?
No, like what if you get another relationship, I get another relationship? Like what if I was like, hey,
and then I tell that person, hey, every week
I got to meet up with my ex and we have to do a really intimate conversation.
It's strictly business.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna work.
What if there's millions of dollars at stake?
Then we better make it work. We better go to counseling or some shit.
What if Spotify buys this podcast in literally the next 3 weeks?
I would be impressed.
I'm kidding. Okay. I think we could wrap it up from here.
Okay.
That was fun.
That was a great time. Next time I need a full drink.
Maybe post another one in a week.
Yeah.
Hopefully get this one out soon.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
See you later.